So I just want to take a moment to talk to you about Abul Mogard. If you listen to my radio programs regularly, you'll know that I've been playing the music of Abul Mogard for many years, and this was a character who kind of operated under the guise of an old man, a retired factory worker from Slovenia who made his own machines to recreate the sound of the factory floor. And I always wondered about the nature of that character. And many years later, I found out that it was actually the creation of an Italian artist named Guido, working here to hit reset today with Sun. And the two of them met by chance at a Slovenian festival, made an EP together, which is due to drop November the 4th on Houndstooth. 4 tracks deep. And today, we're about to hear Entangled Forever. And here is the artist that I know and love as Abul Mogard to talk to us about it.
Hello Marianne, it's Guido Zen here, and I make music using the alias Abul Mogard. I created this alter ego when I was going through a difficult period of my life and I wasn't working well with my musical group. This was the first time in many years that I was composing completely on my own and making a new kind of music for me. It was noisy and full of harmonics, and its sounds gave me comfort. I felt the need to disconnect this project from my previous work. I remember that at the time I would have loved that this music was composed by an old man. So I created this character. At first I only gave me a name and a place of origin. The background story was created later on by my partner Marcia De Sanctis, who also has been curating all the visual aspects of my projects, from the cover artworks to visuals. His biography, the retired factory worker who recreates his habitat with the help of music, would represent those looking for the lost identity. The sounds he uses vaguely remind him of the factory and help him recreate the memory and sense of belonging he was missing. This piece you're playing today and the rest of the album is a collaboration with Ivan Pavlov, who goes under the name of Son, spelled CoH. I've been a fan of his work for a long time, and it was an honor for me to collaborate with him. We thought that combining our style, his pure digital sound, with my grainy textures created with analog machines could work well. For this album, I used some recordings I had made years ago at the EMS studio in Stockholm, using some rare and big vintage modular synthesizers. I liked them a lot, but they sounded more like mere experiments to me rather than complete compositions, so they were left unfinished. I sent this material to Ivan, and surprisingly, he replied back to me shortly afterwards with the first sketch of a track, totally transformed into a new form, but still retaining the original atmosphere. I loved it. I hope you enjoy it.
6. Marianne Hobbs. Music.
Oh, Sun and Abul Mogard winning so many hearts today on BBC Radio 6 Music. A shout to Pete, he's just waiting for the Sun remix of this. Good call. Sending this one out to Emma too. She says, oh, Abul Mogard, exactly what was needed right now. All glitchy dreaminess. And to Esther Murray, who says, I just kind of half heard a story about a musician speaking about an alter ego. What a beautiful thing. Can you remind me who that is? Indeed I can. Abul Mogard is his name. And as I say, I said for many, many years to Guido, don't tell me the true story. I'm not interested. I don't want to know. I'm so deep within this character who works in Eastern Europe and created synthesizers in the aftermath of his retirement to invoke the feeling of the factory floor, which he missed so much. A wonderful metaphor. And here we find Abul working with Sun, which is spelt CoH. Such a beautiful track. It's called Entangled Forever. And I do believe the two of them are exploring the possibility of a live show right now. So I'll bring you more news as soon as we have it.